we would like there to be some form of independent scrutiny, because what is at stake here is really important. It's got to do with the health of our European citizens. Now, this is a sad story for many reasons, and here I would like to refer to the approval authorities. How is it possible that the authorities did not discover these illegal devices over such a long period of time? How are these tests carried out? What are the tools used? What are the instruments? What's the equipment? Now, an American university discovered this fraud, but we should ask member states in charge of controls who is responsible for this type of test. How is it possible that these cars passed the type approval tests? So what is the position of the Commission here, and what does Commissioner Bieńkowski think about there being a surveillance authority which would be able to check what has been carried out in the member states? Now we're faced with this scandal. Did we really need this scandal to realise that the system had to change and be thought up in a different way? Thank you.
And national regulators are required by law to enforce legislation. If our member states agree laws, they must implement them. Because the strength of any approval across the EU, including type approval, is only as strong as the weakest link. Every single national regulator must work to the same high standard. Otherwise, there is a race to the regulatory bottom, and turning a blind eye in one member state means that good can be sent across all 28. So our member states must work together in a coordinated fashion.
But of course you can't do that through cheating, you can't do that through criminal activities, and that is something that we really must speak out against very strongly indeed. Now, this wasn't a technological shortcoming, it was a financial deficit. This is why Volkswagen took this decision. You know, they decided to cheat rather than being honest, because if they'd been honest, the car would have been a little bit more expensive.
Because we really face a very difficult case of fraud, let me call it very, very frankly, a fraud of one company. And this fraud put in stake public trust in European cars. As seriously, this put at stake the credibility of our legal system and its efficiency for protecting consumers and the environment. And these are the backbones of European Union's actions and regulations. Our study's conclusion also indicated, and it also has to be stressed, that we can improve the system, especially in what regards governance and market surveillance. We have therefore been working on a new Commission proposal for the last years on the EU type approval system of motor vehicles. However, in the light of the Volkswagen problem and drawing conclusions from what has occurred, we will analyse our proposal again and will suggest further changes that will prevent similar events from happening. I hope to present it to the College as soon as possible. The proposal will then be presented to you and to the Council, and we expect that our common work will be quick. We expect that the resulting work will contribute to more effective market surveillance, implementing robust ex-post checks, and improve safeguard measures and recall procedures. Let me say it again. European consumers must be reassured that non-conform products are not circulated on the EU market. And finally, a message to us all. We need to ask ourselves what lesson we draw from this fraud and this behaviour. We have to remind companies that they should respect the letter and the spirit of law, because socially and environmentally responsible companies have been one of Europe's biggest assets. I hope that we can work together for this to continue to be the truth. Thank you very much.